When I was in high school in 1967 to 1971, I went to Griffin High School in Springfield. And when I was a young man in high school, I was able to have the fortunate ability to be in a school that had mostly priests and brothers, and they were all Viatorians. In those days, we had probably 50 to 60% of the teachers who were members of our community. And so I got to know the Viatorians personally. I got to know them as people and also as outstanding teachers. And in doing so, that really helped me understand that these were men, first and foremost, who were professionals, who were ordinary, who had extraordinary abilities to connect with young people. And as I continued to grow through my high school years, I started saying, I think I'd like to be able to be part of them and to be one of them and to also share in terms of being a teacher. And so that's what initially drew me, is their personalities, their aliveness, their expertise as good teachers. We were first and foremost called to be educators, catechists. In those days we called them teachers of faith. And today we continue to be teachers of faith, but we do that way beyond what was the traditional role 100 years ago, which was primarily the classroom. Today we teach in the pulpit as priests at our churches. We teach young people at retreats. We teach young people as they are trying to struggle and grow as young adults, trying to learn what it means to be a Christian in the world today. I think our uniqueness is to be able to really walk with young people wherever they are. And that could be on the athletic field, that could be in the classroom, that could be at the parish, or it could just simply be walking with a young man or a young woman in their own daily life. And that's a uniqueness that I'm glad we are. We are dedicated to young people. First and foremost, we're called to those who are young, and then we're called to those who are counted of little importance in our world. And that's a wonderful calling. Our community has changed so much over the last 12 years, really. Since 1999, we were a community of, in 1999, we were a community of priests and brothers. Today, we are a community of priests, brothers, and associates. We were diminishing in numbers. Today, we're growing in numbers. But that means inviting men and women who are married or lay, single, who are in the world but not in the community as professed religious, but are called by Father Curbs and Father Curbs' vision as our founder to be a Viatorian in our world. So I think the future of the Viatorians is almost unlimited, because we are offering the opportunity for lay people to join us in community, in ministry, in our spirituality, to be able to continue the work of Father Curbs wherever that may be. It's going to look different, and it is different, but that doesn't make it less important. In fact, I believe it makes it more important in our world. It's provincial. I'm fortunate to be able to speak for the congregation and for the Viatorian community. And in doing so, I would like just the viewer, the person who's watching this today, to consider being a Viatorian. You don't have to be a priest or brother to be a Viatorian. As I said, you can be a lay person in the world that wants to continue the work of Father Curbs. But I would ask that perhaps there's some people out there that is just wondering, what would it be like? What would it be like to be a priest in our world today? What would it be like to be a brother in our world today? And you'll never know unless you try it. You take that first step and say, let me experience it. When I was a young man, one of the priests who was a significant person in my life said to me, Tom, the only way you'll know is to put the jacket on, to feel what it's like, and then see if it fits. And if it fits, you continue to walk in that journey. If it doesn't, you move in a different direction in life. But unless you give it an opportunity, you'll never know. And perhaps there'll always be a regret in your life. So I think as vocation director one day when I was in 1985, I used to tell that same story to young men who were considering the Viatorians. Give us a try. See if it fits. If it does, you'll know right away. If it doesn't, you move on to another direction. Say thank God for the opportunity to be with us and to continue to work in God's ways in a different vocation, but still the same gospel.